I'm a mother of a survivor of sex trafficking. At 15, she became involved with an older boyfriend. He was doing things like trafficking her to construction sites and things like that. At that time, I didn't even know what was going on. She was sneaking out of the house at night. And then in July, I got a phone call that law enforcement had picked my daughter up from a Walmart.
Had a pretty well-provided childhood, supportive family. I went to college in 2010 and was trafficked for 4 years, so from 18 to 23. Started out as a relationship and then it became domestic violence, just control, and then straight trafficking. I was trafficked all over Texas and the country.
The first thing we got 20. We thought, my gosh, we couldn't believe we got so many. So we did one a couple of months later, the same way. We got 29. And these were sex buyers that were trying to get with underage kids. Then the next one, we got 44, then 49, then we got over 50, and we got as high as 60. We've had pimps drive up in brand new Lexus, and they'll get a little girl, they'll let her out of the car. She's beat all up, bruised, crying. They'll make her go in the motel room.
When I met my first 14-year-old victim who was in the Dallas Metroplex, and she told me about how she was lured away by a pimp and sold for sex day in and day out, and there were many girls 12 and 14 years old with her, and I'll never forget her words. She said, "We didn't think anyone cared." And out of my heart, I just wanted to yell, "We care, we just didn't know." I was so compelled that we had to organize ourselves, research it, become experts and understand what was happening, and surely the people of God could be smarter than the traffickers and we could rescue these kids.
I think the concept of freedom with UnBound is this concept that someone was bound before. They were being controlled, that they were really having their humanity stripped from them in a way, because we believe God created everyone to be free. So the concept of freedom within UnBound is restoring who people really are and inviting them back into that life of freedom. And it's not just physical captivity, but it's mental and emotional and psychological and spiritual, really a whole person that can often be bound in human trafficking, and bringing them back into who they really are as a free person.
When I had called UnBound, she immediately responded to our concern in trying to find placement for my daughter. And they've just been nothing but supportive through the whole process, and helping to educate me more on what it was all about, but most importantly, you know, how we can help others. Someone told me that what you experience or the trauma that you experience doesn't have to define you. And I really, really believe that. There is a way out, there is hope.
So when I was in jail and UnBound met with me, they helped me understand that I am a victim. They treated me as a person. They let me know that I do have value and meaning. They are a part of my family now. If I ever need anything, I can go to them if I have any questions. So without UnBound, I probably wouldn't be where I am today, just because I didn't have that support anywhere else.
Clearly, people like that do not want to be in that business, but they're scared to death to get out. They have no place to go, nobody to turn to. That's when UnBound kicks in and says, We're here to help you. We're not law enforcement. We're on your side, and that's one thing that makes UnBound so effective. Thank goodness for UnBound.
Making a difference in people's lives is incredibly rewarding. So yes, it's difficult to hear the stories, but we are not those without hope. We have the hope of Christ within us. We know that our God is a supernatural God that can heal and restore and even take the darkest places of our lives and use them for good in the lives of even the most tragic stories.